Peace and welcome to another episode of The Noize on iHeartRadio. Make sure you guys follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/BeatNetwork1. Also on Twitter @Beat_Network, Instagram @BeatNetwork. And make sure you follow the iHeartRadio page for The Noize, as well as all the Beat Network products. Hollywood Kev is not going to be with us today. He got some family things he has to work out, so definitely prayers to my co-host. But we're actually going to do this episode a little differently. We're going to take this time to shine a spotlight on a young, black, talented musician who is making mad waves in the industry. She's definitely making a name for herself, and I'm actually very proud to have her here. I would hope I'm in her top 5, new interviews and everything. So at least I made, the cut for the beginning. Without further ado, I would like to introduce the 2016 BET InstaStar winner, Verlla Vee. What's going on, love?
Nothing much. Just enjoying life and everything.
Now, I understand that. We got to enjoy it every day. How's your day going so far?
It's going pretty good. How's yours?
Long. It's definitely been a long Saturday so far, but I appreciate days like these because it helps me grind a little more. I'm trying to get on your level because you out here making all kinds of fantastic moves. I'm more than positive that there's obviously more coming for you, and we're definitely going to hear your name a lot more. Just to kind of get into your business a little bit. Mm-hmm. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay. Born and raised out that way?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay. Is that where you're gonna more than likely stay at, or were you looking at different places to kind of advance what you're doing?
I would like to definitely just have like a family home here, but I would not live here.
Just something available when you come back home.
Right, just for a profession wise,
Okay.
It's a city. We have a lot of art here, but it's definitely, I would say, if just to go and advance further and just come here to settle down.
Right. No, I heard Grand Rapids is really chill. I got a frat brother from out that way, and a lot of times you don't hear much conversation about Grand Rapids. So to know that a talent like yours is coming out of Grand Rapids, that's kudos to the city, of course.
Yeah, thank you. It's a lot of talent here, though.
Good deal. Mm-hmm. You obviously honed your talent in Grand Rapids. What got you interested in singing?
Just growing up, like my dad is a musician and my sister is also a singer. So just growing up and watching them and going to their shows, it was always something that I was inspired by, and it really sparked my interest in music. So I just try to follow after them and, follow their footsteps. Okay.
So did they train you, or are you self-taught, or did you actually deal with a trainer coming up?
A little bit of both. Just watching like my dad, he would always get me to like write songs, or he would tell me to learn this song. So he kind of trained me, and then some of it I would do on my own, so like learning just different songs or practicing off YouTube.
So would you say it was easier when you started to become more self-taught, or having your father back? Because I've seen fathers take kids to superstardom. We can look at the Jacksons and right. And all the all the fame that they've gotten. But how would you say it was easier for you to be more self-taught, or did your dad give you a really good leg up?
I would say just my dad gave me a pretty good leg up, because when you're doing it by yourself, sometimes you can be doing things wrong. Like I could be singing the wrong note or practicing wrong, but with him, he's really straightforward. So he tells me like, you're not singing that right note, or do like this, or breathe like that. And that helped me more.
No, he sounds like a really good coach. I know a lot of people that just let people go out there and, you sound great. And then get booed off everything that you do. Mm-hmm. So coming up in school, did you participate in a lot of different singing competitions or anything music related? Like, what's your musical background?
Oh, yeah. So I think around 8th grade, I decided to attend a performing arts school. Mm-hmm. And from there, from 8th grade to high school, I was a part of the jazz band. I tried to get in every play or musical we did, and any after-school curricular, like after-school activities, I tried to do those. I really try to get involved as much as possible, because going to performing arts school, it's a lot of resources and a lot of other talent. So while I was learning, I was also getting inspired.
Oh, okay. Did have you seen anybody kind of take off from that performing arts school, or would you be the success story of that school?
I mean, we have a lot of kids who, the school just recently closed too. So
okay.
Yeah, so we have a lot of kids that once they left, they started to go more of an educational route. So they took off in that field. But as far as music, not a lot of kids decided to pursue it after they left. So I'll be one of the only people who really just stay focused on my career.
And I'm actually happy you said that because that does lead into my next question. When did music become the thing for you? When did you decide this is it for me? This is how my name's going to be known?
Around 13. And it's kind of like a sad story that turned into a positive story. I was going through like a little phase with bullying, and I did not feel good about myself at all. I was like, there's nothing good about me, just because I was hearing other kids say that. So my dad and my sister actually would hear me sing around the house. And one day, well, at separate times, they both said, you need to post a video online. And so I went to the living room and sung and was just nervous, and I posted it. And the feedback I got, it just made me feel so good about myself. And I'm like, okay, this is what I need to be doing. I need to sing more. I need to write more. I just need to get into music. And that's just how it started.
First of all, that's great that you turned something that, you were down on yourself and you saw the responses and the people that you touched with your voice and how that made you feel better, make you feel like as if you were worth it, because you definitely are.
Oh, thank you.
Let me ask, what was that song? What got the heads turning?
Summertime. And it's by Ella Fitzgerald, but the version I sung was sung by Fantasia on American Idol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was one video I posted, and another song I sung was Valerie by Amy Winehouse.
Oh, you going for the heavy hitter voices.
Right.
You making sure people know who you are. No, I understand that. Do your thing, girl.
Yes, and being young, it was a challenge trying to sing like them and do little runs, and I couldn't really do it, but I tried my best, so...
I guess the most important thing is that people took notice to your talents and took notice to your passion for it as well. And obviously you wouldn't be accomplishing everything that you are today if it wasn't for that. So that was a fantastic way to introduce yourself to the industry. So I applaud you for that.
Yes, thank you.
So when, you told me that you were getting attention from that, and that's kind of just been your goal mode since then. When did the other media outlets, like I think the Shade Room actually shared one of your videos, and that's coming up on 500,000 views. So I just reached over a quarter actually. And so when did, media outlets like that start taking notice?
Well, it started happening around 2014. So I was about, I want to say like 2 or 3 years into posting videos. And I did a competition for K. Michelle. And so my sister was just like, do this competition. I was hesitant at first, but I did it. And I think a couple of days later, I went on her fan page and I saw it was posted on the fan page. And then I turned around and go to her page and I saw it was posted on there. And I was just like, wow, like, you never really think when you post something that a celebrity will see it or a fan of celebrity will see it and show them.
Right.
So that was the first time that I got exposure on that level. And then between, 2014, 2016, I was just getting shared on little fan pages or getting comments from different celebrities and getting likes. And so that was just how that came about. But at the end of 2016 in December, I decided to do the Shade Room's Jingle Challenge.
Oh, okay.
And so they post jingles all day long. So it was my second time posting a jingle. And the first time I posted one, they just liked it and was like, oh, this is good, but they never did anything else with it. So another one of my followers, she actually sent it to the Shade Room. So after I get done posting it, I took a nap and I wake back up and my phone is like blowing up. They're like, Verlla, you're on the Shade Room. And I was like, yeah, you're playing. It's not really happening. And when I saw that, that was just incredible.
See, I feel like from where I'm at, if I'd have woken up from a nap and heard I was on the Shade Room, I would have just instantly been like, wait, for what? What happened?
Right.
I'd have instantly got nervous. No, that's a good deal. See, it sounds like social media has definitely been beneficial to everything that you want to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's funny because there's thousands of me's on social media. So to be able to get a little bit of attention and recognition is just an amazing thing.
That's very true. It's a million of me's. Everybody got some kind of show with an opinion. But yeah, you're absolutely right. To actually break through that crowd of people and be seen as an individual, that's amazing.
Right, yeah.
Have you ever considered, or even have you ever been, because I know a lot of times solo musicians, they have those experiences with groups. Did you ever consider getting into an ensemble, or has it just always been Verlla pace going forward?
Well, when I was younger, like I said, I started at 13, I thought I could be in a girl group, but, that never worked out.
It doesn't work out in the music industry either, so trust me, you made a good move.
So I don't know what the future holds, but if something like that comes up, I wouldn't be hesitant because I think, some things are better in groups, but I'll just have to see.
Kind of fast forwarding here. Tell me about how you got connected with the BET InstaStar competition last year.
Well, social media again. Well, BT, they've been doing the InstaStar thing for, I think, like 7 or 8 years. And each year they've always had like different themes or age restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
And last year was the first year that they allowed someone 15 and up to actually enter the contest. So I was at school and I randomly saw the post. And so I was texting my sisters, like, you guys give me a Coca-Cola bottle because in order to enter, you have to have a Coca-Cola bottle. And so I got home and I did a video, and it was like an hour before the competition was over. And so I posted it. I waited for about a week or so, a week and a half, and BT DM'd me and told me, like, hey, you're a top 5 finalist, and we want you to do another video. We're going to have people vote on it. And then if you win, you go to the BET Awards.
Wow.
Yeah, so that process took about, I want to say 3 or 4 weeks, and you know, we had people voting. We did set up like a little, some marketing campaigns, and we really went hard for me to go. So once I won, I was in LA for about 4 or 5 days and it was just an incredible experience. Like, wow.
I was watching the video because I remember I went back to the package. And actually, before I even touch on that, it's so interesting hearing that because I remember last year at the BET Awards and they were showing the spotlight of the InstaStar winner. And I never put it together because I know your sister from school. So,
Right.
you know, when I saw Pace, I'm just like, okay, that's just a, you know, regular last name. Like if I was to see
Right.
Sampson, obviously I'm not going to think they're related to me, you know,
Right.
and shout out to Octavia as well.
Right, yes,
you know,
yes, sir.
when I saw it, I was like, okay, this girl is talented. Like, do your thing. And then you got the award presented by Khaled, right?
Yeah.
Like just seeing the moves that were being made. Like, okay, that's dope. So fast forward to where we are today. And then I find out, oh, I know somebody connected to her. You know, it's a small world, obviously.
Yeah, it really is.
So you got flown out to LA. They took care of your lodging and everything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was that your first trip on the West Coast?
Yeah. Yeah, that was my first time going. And it was funny because I've always said when I go to LA, I want to go for like a music purpose or for a business purpose. I never wanted to just visit. So for that to be my first time, that was awesome.
And at this point, you never can just visit
Right.
because you were spoiled in that time. Let me tell you, Los
Exactly.
Angeles is expensive.
I know.
You're guaranteed to pay $6 for something off the value menu at McDonald's. So
Exactly.
you having that experience is completely catered by BET.
Yeah.
When you actually
And
get
Coca-Cola.
and Coca-Cola, of course. When you actually get to that place of superstardom, until then, don't expect that.
Right.
LA will try to take everything from your pockets. So, kind of getting back to the BET experience, were you able to, you know, meet with different media outlets in Los Angeles? Like, what was the promotion behind getting people to tune in for your presentation?
So when I first got there, I think about an hour or so, I had to go to the BET media room. And so in there's about 20 to 30 different radio shows. So the first thing I had to do was go and do a radio interview.
Oh, okay.
And then on the side of that, I had to go and do some more, I kind of vlogged while I was there. So I had to record in between each event I went to and do different things on like the social media and Snapchat. So basically just the whole weekend was just documented it. And so
Right.
that's what I had to do.
Okay. Did you establish some good contacts while you were down there?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So anybody that is, what would you have to say to people that feel like, since it's such a oversaturated field with everyone trying to be get noticed through social media, what is some advice you want to give to those listening that want to do what you do and take the same lane as you? What is some advice that you would give?
The main thing I would say is just to be yourself, because it's so easy to copy others and think that their success story will be your success story, and it won't be. So the first thing you have to do is to go in there and say, how can I be different from everybody else? What songs can I sing, or how can I put this twist on this song to get noticed? Or how can my art be different? How can I rap different? Just go and be yourself. Because even if you don't become viral, there might just be that one label or that one producer or that one friend of a A&R director that might discover you. So just make sure that your talent and who you are shines through, and to make sure that your content is quality content and don't just post because, you know, you feel like it or because you want to get stuff out there. Just make sure that you have quality.
Okay. Before I get to this next question, because I love your responses, by the way. Before I get to this next question, because obviously you got something really big coming up. If I can ask, how old are you?
I am 19.
You're 19. You're very well spoken. You seem to represent yourself very well, especially to have all of these different avenues reaching out to you. trying to represent you and to bring you to the forefront. So
Right.
to be so young and making these kind of moves and not being caught up in all of it, I commend you for that.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
There are people my age and older, as soon as they get a little bit of attention, all of a sudden things go downhill.
Yeah.
So I definitely commend you for handling this this rise so well.
Thank you.
Speaking of your rise, one of the things that I was looking into was the Rico Love competition.
Oh, yeah.
So if you can touch on that, give us the story behind that as well. How did you go about getting involved with that, and what can we expect from that?
Well, the Rico Love AIDS competition was actually presented on social media again, and he was looking for someone to create an original song for the AIDS Health Foundation. And this particular foundation is the largest in the U.S., and they've never had a jingle before or any song that represented them. So they were working with Rico Love to find someone to have an original concept, original lyrics, original beat to represent their foundation. And so, again, when I entered the contest, I kind of entered a few days before it was over. And we had like a week or so wait time, and he went ahead and posted the finalists on his page. And so from there, we had to fly out to Indianapolis and attend his music conference, and then we presented our songs to him privately in a room. So it was me and two other guys. And we waited around. We let Rico Love hear his song. His manager heard the song, and I ended up winning the contest. So.
And what was the prize for that contest?
Yeah, so the prize is I have the national song for the AIDS Health Foundation out.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I looked in that completely wrong. No, that's amazing. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you.
So is this something that's going to be a constant until they have another competition, or this is just you? You're just automatically connected to this?
Yes, this is just me. This will be their official song.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Oh, thank you.
Are we, can we expect some projects coming from you?
Yes. I won't say dates or when because I'm still working on, the AIDS Song Challenge stuff. But yes, definitely. I will be putting out some projects. And, for me, it just takes time and to really come up with a good concept and a good project. And, it will be my first project ever. So I'm really just hoping to get some quality music.
Of course. So you said you're still working with the AIDS project. You're working directly with Rico Love as well?
Yeah.
Okay. You might put a word in, see if he can sneak on to help you out with your project. Hey,
Yeah.
I know we're working with this. I'm doing this for you. So can you do something for me?
Exactly. Right.
Just put the bug in his ear.
Here and there.
Exactly. Just a few things. Just drop me the throwaways. All producers got throwaways that always sound great. Just get a couple throwaways and make some classics.
Right.
So, with the projects, who are some people that you would love to work with going forward?
Oh man, I'm a big fan of like Pharrell. I know that's a big a big person to say, but I would love to eventually do something with him because I think his production style is just incredible. I love people like SZA, The Internet. Let me see who else.
2 really good albums that came out recently.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know. It's so many just dope artists and people right now. So if I get a chance to work with anybody, that would just be awesome.
Right.
So
what? Okay. Better question. Who is that one dream collaboration for you?
Oh, Beyonce. That would be like that is a dream. Okay.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
Why?
I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
Oh.
That's only because when you look at what you've accomplished so far, to say that you touched the BET stage before a lot of these people had the opportunity to even be in attendance, that shows you exactly, what your limits are, and they don't exist. So I don't see why Beyonce wouldn't be a future collaboration for you.
Right. Yeah, it is so crazy because in just this year alone, I've had so many close connections with her, and I'm like, it's a sign, God. I mean, you're showing me I can be there.
Oh yeah, he's putting it out there.
So,
Well, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find your way in front of her, and of course, the rest of the Beehive. They like to go in. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna represent correctly. When that time does come. at 19, you're working on a project. You know, we're hopefully going to get Rico Love behind it. Hopefully he hears this and says, you know, yeah, he's right. I definitely should, you know, put some time into that.
Right.
When the project is completed, are you looking to shop it around to majors, or is this something you want to push independently? If that's not me, if I'm not getting into your business too much, is this something you want to push independently, or?
It's a little bit of both because, you see how the labels are being represented right now, and a lot of artists are going independent. But I still think that if a great label and a great team of people come and want to work with me, that would be awesome. But until then, I wouldn't mind, being independent or just trying to work my way around until something happens.
Okay. Outside of the social media side, what is some advice that you would just give to any young ladies your age that are pursuing a dream, and even if it's not singing, just what advice would you give to somebody just trying to get out there and do something different, do something better, and better themselves at that?
Yeah, like I said before, the same thing applies. Just being yourself and not being afraid to break barriers, or not being afraid to just do what you want to do, because nobody can do you better than you can. So people have to look at that and say, okay, I may not sound like Beyonce, or I may not draw like this person, but I do have my own unique style. So I think just following with anything, just making sure that you're yourself and not afraid to be so. And also have great people in your corner and have people who are going to be an encouragement to you. It's better to have positivity around than to have negativity around. And, and take criticism with anything you do. Take criticism and try to apply that to your life and see how you can make yourself better. And again, if you're a religious person, put God first. And if you're not, make sure that you listen to your parents, or just listen to the positive and, just go from there.
I mean, even if you're not, you got to still turn to God. Trust me, he's going to get you right. He's going to get you right.
Okay.
This has been an amazing conversation. I would love to get some more of your story as it's being told. So we definitely got to have you back on the Noize and get you on a full episode, and actually get you in the booth, if anything. That's another way to get you out back west.
Right.
Let the people know where they can find you, where they can find your music, and any last words you want to leave them with.
Yes, so you can find me on all of my social media outlets, and it's typically XOfficialVX, and that'll be on Twitter and Instagram. And then for Facebook, I have an official music page, so Verlla Vee, and I have a YouTube that's also under Verlla Vee, so you can find covers or any originals there. And like, my last words would just be thank you so much for having me on the show, and I really hope that whoever's listening can get some inspiration out of this, and I hope I have been a light. And thank you so much for having me.
Of course, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking time out. I think this we got a really good story out of you. I think we had a really good conversation here.
Yes, I agree.
To find me at Big Los UTC on Twitter, Facebook, of course, follow me, Big Los on Snapchat. Don't have an Instagram, but you can follow the Beat Network Instagram at Beat Network, Twitter at Beat_Network, Facebook.com/Beat Network 1. And of course, make sure y'all check out BeatNetworkOnline.com. Go read some articles, buy some merch. If you want to get in contact with us, you can definitely reach us there. Again, Verlla, we appreciate you coming on the show, sharing your story. I see nothing but great things in your future, and I actually can't wait to physically see those things manifest for you, because you're a great spirit, and
thank you so much.
You have a lot of talent, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do going forward. To all of the ear hustlers, as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate your support. And as always, it's Big Los. It's the Noize.